Is.
What just happened, Robert?
We got our letter.
I just got a call from our mortgage advisor, and we just went over a couple of things because I submitted all of our documents last night, and now we have our pre-approval letter. And basically, when she was talking about, like, obviously we just have to be careful to, like, not make any big purchases and, like, things like that right now, but she pretty much told me, like, when we officially make an offer on a house, before we, like, sign the contracts, then she would just need a couple more documents from us, which is basically just, like, renewed bank statements, renewed pay stubs to show, like, yes, I still have a job, yes, I'm still making the same amount of money, and then, like, I'm not going wild spending money right now, so.
It's just so weird, like, this feel, like, it just...
Do you know
it's
how
just getting
long
more and more
been?
real. It's just getting more and more real now. This is crazy.
It's been so long to, like, get to this point, even, that I can't even believe that I'm looking at this document right now.
Unreal.
I am in shock. I'm scared, but I'm in shock.
Yeah, especially, again, because I think you've already mentioned this before, but in our price range, definitely going to be a lot of challenges with getting a new house and just making sure that we get it fixed up.
New to us.
Which, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we're ready to take on whatever that may be, which I don't know. That might, that statement already might come back to.
No, I rebuke that. No, I won't.
But, wow,
so, yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's exciting.
I can't believe it.
It's exciting. I'm excited to finally be able to, like, look at houses for real now and be, like, legit. And, like, give this to a realtor and actually, like, look for houses. But I'm also, like Robert said, a little terrified because with the purchase price that we have, it's not, there's not many pickings, should I say, so.
But, you know, like, this has all been, like, God to this point, and
it will
he's
only
still
continue
here,
to be.
so yeah, exactly. Whatever we end up with is what we're gonna end up with, and we're ready to take on whatever it takes because we're capable of managing. So
let's just pray for no headaches, please.
Amen.
Please.
Amen.
But yay! All right, our first house we're touring. We really like it so far. Well, actually, let me go outside for a second. So it does have a yard. A lot of the other ones around us don't have a yard. So we would have this side yard. I definitely want to get a new fence for sure. But it has this really nice side yard, and we have some space in the back too. And the neighbors have, like, a cute little gondola thing, so it looks like they care about their house, which is always a good sign. We can go in. Okay, that's the door. This is the door to the garage. A Robert, a David. All right, living room. Nice space, about the same space we have now, I think, which is good because all of our furniture would fit pretty well. Here's the kitchen. Really, really nice windows in the front. Nice window here with the view of the side yard. The cabinets are ugly, but that's just a cosmetic thing, so we could paint those suckers and they'd be fine. There's a pantry over there. Sliding door. And this hallway. One bedroom. This one has just, like, a side closet. Like I think that's called, like, a pocket closet. I don't know what it's called, but that's good there. Another one with a walk-in closet. Nice sizes. Bathroom. We would have 2 bathrooms, which is really nice. Another closet. This is the master bedroom. Window here. It's the only window, which still a lot of light comes in because in the bathroom there's a skylight. So even with the one window, it's really nicely lit without any lights on. Like, there's no lights on right now. there's bugs, but that's just because nobody lives here. We'll definitely have to clean this place up a nice bit, but there's that. The bathroom is nice. There's like no door, which is like gonna be an adjustment, but cabinets aren't bad. They're a little low, so like you kind of have to like bend down and wash your hands a little, but again, just cosmetic. Bath, I do really like the bath situation here. I don't know how I feel about like seeing myself all the time, but it does reflect the light nicely, so that's nice. Walk-in closet, again, about the same size as ours right now. Toilet. The shower definitely needs some work. It's like one of these like pocket showers, which isn't bad. It's just the tile is so, yeah. But again, for a starter home, not bad. It's just so scary having to put an offer in on something, but that's it. Now we have to pray about what we're gonna do. Okay, friends, never mind the craziness that I look like, but I just have to speak about the Lord for a second.
Preach on, sister, preach on.
I am speechless, and I feel like I sat in like a desk chair and somebody spun me around like 30 times and I'm like dizzy. So we see that house, right? I showed you the house. Beautiful house, the perfect starter home. We were looking around and I was like, honestly, like I can see us here. And I was still like apprehensive because it's a big deal to like actually put an offer in a house. So I wasn't 100% yet, but I was feeling pretty good. I was like, Robert and I just need to sit down and talk about this. And the things that were stopping me is I really wanted to know about the HOA, because I've never wanted an HOA, but I was like, maybe they'll be lax. Like everybody seems to keep up with their stuff around here. Maybe they'll be lax. I just want to know about their HOA before I can feel confident. And I wanted to walk around the neighborhood. You guys, those are the only things I had. I walked through the place again. I called my mom. I'm feeling good. Robert's feeling good. I can like envision us, that being our home. And then we walk outside, we lock up, and we're like, okay, last thing we're going to do is we're going to walk down the street. And I was like, oh, let's walk down the street. And then I was like, actually, we don't need to walk down the street. We can just drive around. And I was like, no, the end of the street is right there. Let's just walk. Thank God. Thank God. And so we're walking down the street. And we cross the street to get on the sidewalk. And a cat is following us kind of as a stray.
And adorable.
And the cat wanted to cross the street, but a car was coming. So we were kind of standing there because we didn't want the car to hit the cat. And the cat slows down and lowers the window. He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to hit him. That's a community cat. He just kind of does its own thing. And I was like, oh, cute, community cat. And I was like, hey, look, she seems nice. She drives away. We keep walking down the street and we're like, okay, everybody seems to be doing like a good job keeping up with their houses, and like that's a good sign to us, like they care what their property looks like there's a little park. We were looking and we're like, okay, like everything seems good, and I was feeling good about it. Then that lady comes back and she like parks in one of the houses that we were looking at because like the grass looked fake, so we were just nosy, but she parks and I was like, I kind of want to ask her like about living there. When I tell you, the Lord, no one else but Jesus, sent that woman in that moment. You cannot convince me otherwise. She turns around.
I can't close my eyes because I'm driving, but just know. She
comes back. She was leaving. She comes back, parks in her driveway, and I say, hey, excuse me. And she goes right out. And I was like, we're looking at 1053, and I wanted to get your thoughts like on the neighborhood. She's like, oh, I'm the HOA president. And I was like, who better to tell us about the neighborhood than the freaking HOA president? Now, I just like, it was an experience. And so I'll get to more details, but like, she seemed very professional. She like, at first she was like, she came up to us, seemed friendly at first. She wasn't not friendly. She was just like very raw and real. And that was a lot for me. Like a couple F-bombs were flown out there, which like, if that's how you talk, fine. But like, maybe not to like the people who are like interested in your community and you're like the HOA president. I was trying not to, I was like, I can't judge her. Like, she's just a very raw individual, which is fine. And I was like hearing her out, and at first she was giving us really great information. At first I was like, wow, this is great. She was saying how like it used to be a not great area, but like they've really done a really big like deal. They've done a really good job at like just like cleaning it up, getting all of like the not good people who are living there out, and just like improving the value of the property. She said it's been up 11%. Like the city has recognized them and everything, like all these really great things about the homes and the community and what their hopes are for it. And I was like, oh, this sounds great. But then she keeps talking, and then she's talking about like kind of, you could kind of start to sense what the HOA was like in that community. And immediately I just did not feel at peace. Like my peace was sucked out of my body and spit out on the floor. She was like, nope, we're getting rid of street parking. I tell people every single day, if you want more spots for your parking, you're gonna have to expand your driveway. She's like, we're getting rid of all of these trees. And I was like, whose responsibility is that? Is that the responsibility of the homeowner who has the tree on their property, or is that the HOA, since that's like the HOA that wants to do that? And she was like, nope, that would be on you. You would have to pay to get that tree removed. Right? These are big trees. Like these are like old big trees. And I'm like, that's gonna be thousands of dollars to remove those trees. And so, and again, she was very real and raw about it all. And I'm like, go girl boss, go. Like you do your thing. And like, I respect you for what you're trying to do for your community and the value of your property. Like, I get it. But I literally, first thing I said when I got in the car is I was like, she scares me. She scares the living heck out of me. And Robert said the exact same thing. And it's not anything to do with her, because like I said, I respect her. But like,
there's just some people where you know that if you ever did have a negative interaction with them,
it would
just go so sourly for you. And
it's just
it would be bad.
And it was so, with every single thing that she said, I can't even repeat everything that she said because it's too much. Like that was so much information, which I'm so thankful for her, and that like the Lord literally sent her back, because I could have never, and I was telling Robert, I was like, had we just got in the car and never run into her, I probably would have wanted to put an offer in that house. And because we met her, and nothing to do with her, but like all the information she gave us, I 100% am like, I can't do that. I can't put an offer in on that house. Oh. And like, when I tell you, like, between all of the things she was saying, that like, just from looking at the house and just looking at it and like going through and how we felt about it, we were like, oh, like this would be great. Like there really wouldn't have to be very many changes we would have to make, like some cosmetic things here and there that of course we would like to change over time. But after talking to her, that could not be further from the truth, because the HOA in costs that the HOA would require us to change on the house alone already, she literally walked with us to the house, and I was like, can you just tell me what all the HOA violations are right now so I can just have it on my radar? She was very kind, very like willing to give us the information. And between everything she said, we're already looking at like $12,000 in changes just because of the HOA. And that's now. Like, who knows that in a year, in a couple months, next week, there could be a new thing that the HOA is like, nope, we don't want that anymore. Or yes, we do want that now. And then that's more money. And I'm just like, holy cow. Like, that was our first experience touring a home, feeling it out. And then the Lord literally delivered this woman right in front of us. I'm so thankful that she was so willing to be honest and open with us. But peace completely ripped out of me and threw on the floor. Am I a little upset? Yes. Is it disappointing because I liked the house and I could really see that being like our first home? Yeah. But I'm also so incredibly thankful because we have been praying about this process for so long. And even before we got here, I was praying, Lord, direct this. And I literally prayed very specifically. I don't think I prayed it out loud. I don't think I prayed this, but I prayed it to myself. I was like, Lord, I just pray that you just bring out every single neighbor, every single person that lives there, so that we can just see it all exactly how it would be. And I literally said that. And I was just praying that he would direct us in this, that he would give us wisdom, that he would give us all the information we need, that nothing would be hidden. And holy freaking cow, was nothing hidden. So that was like,
I don't require every neighbor, just one.
Yeah, he was like, neighbor. Oh, you don't need every neighbor. I'll give you the one that matters, which I'm so thankful for. But like, holy cow. Like I literally feel like I was spun around and slapped in the face, because the drastic change in feeling between when I was in the house, feeling it out, walking around the yard, opposed to after speaking to her, is like night and day.
It's like whiplash, yeah.
Yeah, I'm stunned. Honestly, like, Robert was trying to ask me if I wanted something for dinner, and I was like, I literally can't even think about dinner. Like, I literally can't even think about it.
And I'm just hungry.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten a single thing all day. It is 5:34, and I haven't eaten a single thing. So
I mean, it's not like I'm unfazed by this. I
No.
think everyone knows. Like, but I'm also just kind of like,
this is our third time
you know
talking
what?
about it.
I just came to that realization. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
this
now
is,
I gotta
we
move
already
on to
talked
the
about it
next
together.
thing.
We talked about it with a realtor. We talked about it with my mom, and now we're talking about it with you. So Robert's just, he's been through a lot. But I can't even believe it. Part of me was like, wow, I was really hoping, I was like, wow, really? Like, the first house we tour is going to be the one?
Mhm.
Wow. And it was really feeling that way. And honestly, had we not met her, thank you, Jesus, if I haven't said it enough, for sending that woman, it probably would have been an offer we put in. But I'm so thankful that we met her and that she gave us all of that information, because had we put an offer in on that house and then found out about all of that after the fact, that would have been the worst. That would have been terrible. So, yeah. You good? But anyways,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
us.
journaling.
That's our first house tour experience. So pray for us. Pray that houses come on the market, that the perfect house for us just becomes available, that the Lord sent it to us and gives us complete and total peace from beginning to end about the whole process, because we need it. But we're gonna go get some human magoos, and I'm literally blind because the sun is in my face, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. I got some food inside of me. I'm still working on my bowl. If you haven't tried the Baja
lime
shrimp,
It's
garlic
like,
lime,
it's,
something.
No, it's like those lime shrimp bowl or something.
From Tijuana Flats, it's a move. You want to try it. It's really good. So I got that inside of me, the first food I've ingested all day. But now that I am fed and now thinking properly, my nerves have calmed down a bit, I told Robert, I'm ready to preach. I'm ready. Let's go. And I just need to say, stands on soapbox, can we just talk about, I was just telling Robert, I was like, have you ever had an experience like that in your life where there is no denying the Lord's presence in that situation? And I mean, Robert was saying, he was like, you know, like, you can always say, like, yes, I know, like, God's in this, like, yes, I know he's in control, but like, there was no denying today. And maybe with the way that I explained it, you might be like, I don't really see, but like, take my word for it. I am shook to the core by how the Lord marked his territory over this. That sounds like you peed all over the house.
I just pictured the Lord lifting a leg and just taking a giant leap.
Okay.
Especially since it looks like it's about to rain right now.
Now that we all have that visual. Anyways, but like how he just marked his presence, should I say, on this whole situation. You know, we've been praying for so long that like he be in control of us, he lead us, he give us wisdom, he just like bring the right house along. And like to have such an experience that was so undeniably everything I prayed for and more, and for him to show up and give me the exact confirmation I needed is unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. And what else is even better is that we felt really good about that house. So if the Lord is saying no to that and that whole situation, I was telling Robert, like, he only wants the best for us. He only wants the best for us. We are his children, and he is protecting us by giving us that information. But whatever he does have in store, if we liked that, whatever he has in store is going to be significantly better. And I believe that with my whole heart. Will I get impatient? Absolutely. Because it is who I am. Robert can vouch. But God's shown up. And I'm excited. And I think I'm actually more excited about this process now than I was before, because I have now experienced firsthand. What are you laughing at?
No, I love it. I think it's great because I feel like this process, even though it's literally been like 2 or 3 days since we got our like pre-approval letter, like I like that this makes you excited now instead of you being like stressed out and worried that like,
I mean, do I know that the stress will probably come back? Yes. But Do I know with full confidence that God is in control of this? He has made that very apparent. Very apparent. And that's exciting to me, you know? Like, what an awesome thing to say that, like, I get to experience seeing the Lord's hand in my life with my own two eyes, like, fully awake and aware of it. You know what I mean? I think so often we are experiencing something, we move on, we live our lives, and then it's not until hindsight that we're like, wow, like, his hands were all over that. But, like, I think this was an experience where I am standing in that moment, fully awake, like, holy cow, God is literally intervening right now. And that's exciting. So, welcome to, let me bring you to church, and we're finding a home. So, yeah, that was our first home tour experience. Thought I was done, but I wasn't quite, and I'm probably still not done. But I'm excited. Now, if only more houses could be on the market. All right. House journey part, however many parts.
Well,
3.
Oh, it depends
I don't know
how much you've been talking.
We've got a couple clips. But, so last night I had an emotional breakdown. And I deleted the Zillow app, and we made Robert in charge of our family's home finding. Robert found a home within our budget with lots of potential. And he sent it to me. It was 11 minutes from where our apartment already is. Would need very minimal work from what I can see, has no HOA. So we won't have that situation again. The surrounding area looks nice. Looks like decent. So I'm like, okay. And I can already kind of see like what I would do on like the outside to make it a little bit prettier too. So I'm feeling good right now. We called up our realtor. We're literally meeting him at the house right now. So we'll see. I think we're both feeling like this could be the one. I'm a little afraid of getting it too attached or my hopes up or anything like that. But when we get there, I already sent it to my mom too, and she said that it doesn't look bad at all to her, which is big, which is great. I'm glad to have her opinion on that too, especially because she's lived in this area for a long time, so she really knows where would be
The
not
safe
good
or not
and
safe
where would
spots,
be
yeah.
like a safe bet. So I really value her opinion there just because of how long she's lived here. So we're on our way. I'm really excited. I'm also kind of terrified, and I'll share more thoughts when we get there. Bye-bye. All right, front door.
I forgot to take pictures of my mom.
It's funny because I know
Living room.
I know the agent. I used to work with him at Keller Williams.
Really?
Yeah. He still works there.
And then this is like the little dining area. Kitchen is cute. Garage is through those doors. We would need a washer and dryer.
As well as a dishwasher.
As well as a new dishwasher. Yeah, it's a little old. Nice big lanai. Very big. Good sized backyard. Neighbors back there seem to take care of their stuff. And then if you go this way, we have a closet here. We have a bedroom. I mean, not a bedroom, a bathroom. Full bath, which is nice. Actually, I like the tile in this bathroom better than the one in the master bath. But, and then we have this bedroom, which is actually really big. Towards the front of the house, gets really good light. I like the closet. Another closet. And then master bedroom, again, really good light. Decent size. The flooring would definitely have to be taken out and redone. Nice big closet, which is good. And then we have another bathroom over here. Relatively new toilet and sink, which is nice. Eventually would probably have to retile the shower, but I'm really liking it so far. And then you can also go out to the lanai here. And we're thinking that because it has 2 bedrooms instead of the 3 that we would have liked whenever we have a kid, we will just extend out into the lanai and make this an extended office space. So that's what we're thinking right now, and I think we're gonna put an offer in, so let's go. Hi everybody. So the last you saw this, we were touring the home, but we officially put an offer in, so that's very exciting. I'm feeling pretty good. A lot of people have already put offers in. We were actually told that we were the fourth offer. The way we went about doing our offer, I'm feeling confident that we will be accepted, but you just literally never know. And we went to visit it during like lunchtime, and then we went back to visit it again around like 7:30ish, just to kind of see the difference, you know, like everybody's coming back from work or school, so we can kind of see like what the neighbors are looking like, what the vibe is. Generally pretty good. Again, like I said, a lot of older people. We saw like one guy sitting out with his son in the front yard. I saw another kid out, just like normal looking kids, just in like, you know, not like they're up to no good or anything like that. But we did see one group of people walking on the street that were just like, what you doing? But it wasn't anywhere near where our house would be. Like, they could just be taking a stroll, and I'm just like, who are these people? But so very much trusting that like if the offer doesn't get accepted, it's because the Lord knows something I don't, and I don't need to find out what it is. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think that's where we're both at right now, is like, would we love to have this house? Can I see the potential? Can I already imagine all the things that I would do with it? Yes. But ultimately, the Lord knows all of the nitty-gritty details, all the skeletons in the closet, and I do not, and I'm gonna trust that if the offer falls through, it's because it was not for us. So that's where I am today. I just wrote up, basically, a realtor sent over a contract, and basically the contract had like the terms of like our offer, and how that breaks down between like what the loan amount is, how much we're bringing to the table at closing, if we're putting any deposits down, and then kind of like what our agreement is with the offer situation. So that we all like assigned all the contracts and all the paperwork and things like that. So basically where we're at now is the realtor, the selling agent, who is like the realtor that is representing the seller, my realtor and them, they spoke, and pretty much based on like the terms of our offer, it looks like it's pretty good at the moment. But when we drove past, there were like a ton of people outside of the house like wanting to look at it. To be very transparent, we basically offered like whatever anybody offered, we would offer $1,000 more than they were willing to, up to a certain amount. So like once it goes past X amount, we are not willing to submit an offer anymore. So that's kind of how we went about doing it. And we also said that we would be willing to put a deposit down, basically in good faith, saying like, hey, I'm committed to this. I'm not gonna pull out unless outside of the 10-day inspection period. So basically Sunday, today is Wednesday, Sunday is the day that they will look through all the offers and decide, and we will find out if they accept our offer or not. Once Sunday comes and they accept our offer, we have 10 days to get an inspector in there, do the inspecting, for the bank to also get their inspector in there, do the inspecting, and then get all that information back and discuss all of those things. Within that 10-day period is when we have to decide whether or not we're going to pull out. We can pull out during that period unscathed. Now, after that period is when we would lose our deposit money. The only way we would lose that deposit money is if we pull out of our own will, or if for whatever reason the bank is no longer willing to give us the loan that we were pre-approved for. From my understanding, the only reason that the bank would not give us that money is if I lost my job, I changed my job, something dramatic happened to our credit, like we made a big purchase, we no longer have the money in our savings that we said we did, like things like that. Thankfully, we have not been purchasing anything outside of the normal, but to survive. So we should be okay. God willing, nothing's happening to my job. I don't think anything's happening there. So we should be okay on that front. Literally anything that happens at this point is the Lord and whatever He wants. I'm just really hoping that whatever needs to happen happens before we make that deposit, because I don't want to lose out on the deposit. But we'll see. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I did write a letter to the sellers. According to the paperwork that we signed, these people never actually lived in the house. At least that's what the paperwork said. That could mean a number of things. I don't know if that means they bought and flipped and sold, or if that means maybe their mother or grandmother lived in the house and now they're responsible for selling it. It could mean a ton of things. But I wrote them a letter and I'll show it to you guys. It's really cute. It kind of like fits the vibe. I'll put it here. It kind of fits the vibe that we're going for with the house. Yes, I want blue shutters on the house. Yes, I want to grow bougainvillea. And if we do get the house, then we can actually sit down and have like a design meeting for what the thought process is there, kind of like how we did with the apartment way back when. If you guys are interested in that video, I'll put it up here somewhere. I think it's over here, because I did make a whole video of just like going through my plans and ideas for the apartment, and I really love doing that, and that's kind of the same vibe for the house. Honestly, thankfully we could reuse 100% of all of the things that we have already, so we wouldn't have to buy any new furniture, which is amazing. The only things I would want to buy at this moment that I can think of is rugs, because there is a lot of tile, including in the bedrooms, and the bedroom tile is not cute. I would definitely want to change the flooring at some point in the future, but that's not something that's gonna happen right now. So I definitely want to buy a bunch of rugs that kind of tie in a space, cozy it up, soften it a little bit. I also want to get different fixtures for the cabinets in gold, especially for the kitchen. I think that'll really elevate the space there. We'll talk about all of those things, but I definitely want to put blue shutters on the house. That's like the first thing I want to do, is the blue shutters, a wreath on the door, a doormat, and then fixtures on the cabinets, plenty of rugs. It'll be a really great time. The bedroom is an interesting situation. I don't really know, not an interesting situation, like it's nice, it's a good sized bedroom. It's about the same size, if not a little bit bigger, than we have now. The only thing is it's not super straightforward in how we would organize our furniture, because right now we have like our bed is here and our TV and our dresser is here, so when you're laying in bed you can see the TV on the dresser, where that's not really the case at this house. In either of the rooms is not the case, so that'll be interesting to figure out that situation there. But that's the update from me, and now I guess I will come back to you guys on Sunday to see if they accept their offer. What's up?
All right, so she just emailed me. I want to read it to you so you know. She says, thank you for submitting the offer for Mississippi Woods. Unfortunately, the seller has decided to go with another offer. I understand that it's difficult in this market. She knows because she has some buyers and they are disappointed as well because of what's going on. Mm-hmm. She said also, and this is what I want you to know. She goes, please let your buyer know that the offer was solid, that all the offers were solid, and it was a very difficult decision. Right? Mm-hmm. So don't feel like we didn't do our best. We did do our best, and we even went a little over. She said they did accept an offer that was cash.
Wow. Okay.
Figures.
Okay?
Yep.
So just giving you guys a heads up so you guys know. We did, it was presented. We did it good. So, it's up to them to make the last decision.
Yep.
Dang.
So,
Dang.
all right.
All right. Hello, everybody. Future Adriana here. I just wanted to go ahead and wrap this video really quick. It was a little bit different. It wasn't really put together. I honestly just put pieces of clips together that we got over the last couple of weeks. It's been a week now since the clip that you last just saw. A week and a day, technically. And I would just like to say house hunting has been incredibly immensely that's all you need to know. Emotionally and mentally exhausting and just taxing, hence why I haven't put a video up in a while, because it's literally just like drained the life out of me. And I have not been doing my best, but we're trying to be better about it. So we have not toured any houses since. We've looked online at what there is, and there's just not much out in the market right now. Unfortunately, homes are just astronomically priced right now, and to the extent of like people are paying literally $400,000 for the most basic of houses. And I just, one, we don't have that kind of money, I'll tell you that right now. Two, I just could not make that kind of, even if we did, I wouldn't want to make that poor of like a financial decision and like spend literally almost $500,000 on a basic house that like literally 2 years ago would not even be worth half of that. So that's kind of what the market's like here right now. So I don't know, like if you're not actively looking for a house right now, like you literally just don't understand. And that's kind of been really hard because a lot of people just don't understand just how frustrating it is. So that's where we are. You know, I'm still hoping, I'm still praying, I'm still believing that it'll come along. I think that the thing that's most frustrating about it is, you know, our pre-approval is good until July, and then we would have to apply again, which is fine. But basically, until we find a house or that expires, we're like paralyzed pretty much. Like we can't do anything. We can't make any purchases. We can't go on any trips. We can't really spend our money outside of like do my groceries, pay my bills. And that's kind of sucky because I just feel like I can't really like do anything, and you just kind of feel trapped in this spot that you're in. And like we still check every day, not as obsessively as I was before, but we still check every day just to see if anything new has come up. And unfortunately, it's just not looking good right now. So that's where we're at right now. So yeah, be praying for us. Be praying for me and my mental health, because it hasn't been the best the past couple of really like 2 weeks really, but we're trying to do better, and I'm trying to spend more time with the Lord now and fix that. So, and like it's not even entirely because of the housing stuff, it just, I feel like that just triggered a lot for me. Yeah, so anyways, I will continue to keep you guys in the loop with everything with the house hunting search, but for now that is all I've got. So until we find some more houses to tour, that's it from me. So I will see you guys later. Bye bye.